Hello, welcome to God, Guns, and Dogs. It's good to see you today. I have a little bit to tell you and some instructions on how to opt out. Starting December 19th, Google, including all their services, Gmail included, they will be using AI to go through all of your private messages, emails, everything in Google. And there's a way that you can opt out of it because you're automatically opted in. And that's what this video is going to talk to you about today, because I think that our stuff should stay private, and I don't believe that they should be able to do that to us. So I'm going to show you what to do to opt out of this. What you're going to do is you're going to go to your Gmail. You're going to go click on your account. You're going to just go down to settings where it says, your primary and updates and all of that. Scroll all the way down to the bottom on the left-hand side and go to your settings. When you get into your settings, you're going to go to data privacy. And when you click on that, it's going to come to smart features, and it's going to have a toggle button. You're going to turn that toggle button off, okay? And then it's going to go to another screen with two more toggle buttons, opting you out of ads. So you're going to opt out of both of those, and you do that for each individual email. As well, you can go on Google and go to your settings on Google and just rinse and repeat. Do the same exact thing. So you should be able to opt out of that. The Gmail AI integration functions as an active participant in your communications flow, continuously analyzing content, learning patterns, and understanding not just what you're saying, but how you communicate, when you respond to emails, and what content engages you the most. This isn't simply keyword matching, it's contextual analysis designed to understand the meaning and significance of your private correspondence. Now, the legal response has been swift and pointed. A proposed class action lawsuit filed on November 11th claims that Google secretly granted Gemini access to private communications across Gmail, chat, and Meet platforms without proper notification or consent process. The lawsuit's core argument centers on transparency and user control. The complaint charges that the implementing these features without user consent and making opt-out processes difficult may violate the California Invasion of Privacy Act. I guess this was in California. This legal challenge could establish important precedents for how tech companies must handle user content when deploying AI features that access private data. Google hasn't publicly responded to the lawsuit despite widespread user confusion and frustration across social media platforms, highlighting the communication gap between Google's implementation and user awareness. Taking control requires immediate action because these features may have been active for months without even you knowing about it. To completely opt out, you must manually disable smart features in two separate locations within the Gmail settings, in which I already explained that. This multi-step process appears deliberately complex, requiring careful attention to ensure complete protection. Start by accessing, I'm going to go ahead and go through it again. Start by accessing your Gmail settings. Click on the gear icon, which is the settings. View all settings on desktop or navigate through the three-line menu on the mobile services. iOS users need to tap data privacy, while Android users tap their Google account name. Here's the critical part. You must disable three distinct settings to achieve complete privacy protection. First, turn off smart features in Gmail, Chat, and Meet, which allows Google to use your content to provide smart features. Second, disable smart features in Google Workspace, which grants Gemini access to summarize your content. Finally, turn off smart features in other Google products, which uses your data across Google's ecosystem for suggestions and recommendations. After disabling the first setting, you must navigate to Manage Workspace Smart Features to disable the remaining two options for complete protection. The multi-location requirement ensures many users won't complete the full opt-out process. Isn't that nice and convenient how they try to trick you? This Gmail situation represents one of the largest privacy policy implementations in recent tech history, but the implications extend far beyond email. Google's approach reveals how major platforms plan to integrate AI throughout their ecosystems, often prioritizing deployment speed over transparent user content. The data retention policies are particularly concerning for long-term privacy. Data from interactions with Gemini features can be stored for up to 18 months by default, with Google retaining certain data for longer periods when deemed necessary for business or legal reasons. No, they do it so that they can go through your stuff and train their AI models, which I don't believe that they're being trained very effectively. They are very biased. We really need to work on that. More troubling, some anonymized AI chats can be retained for up to 3 years for human quality reviews. Really? Meaning your private communications could be analyzed by human reviewers years after you've forgotten about specific conversations. I mean, this is like ultimate spying, surveillance state. I don't like this one single bit. And I don't think you should either. We need to retain our privacy, our sovereignty as a nation, and keep our country American. The timing coincides with Google's aggressive AI expansion across all products. While Google has worked with AI for over a decade, the current push adds AI to Gmail, video, chat, search, and to your phone. Recent launches include Veo 3, Google's upgraded AI video generator, and Gemini integration in Google Maps even, suggesting this Google implementation is part of a broader strategy rather than an isolated change. Even after disabling these features, some background AI processing may continue, highlighting how deeply AI analysis has been integrated into Google's infrastructure. Wow. Additionally, Google offers stronger privacy commitments for workspace customers, creating two-tiered systems where business customers receive better protection than individual users. Well, isn't that nice? Of course. The Gmail controversy signals a fundamental shift in how tech companies approach privacy in the AI era. We've moved from opt-in consent models to automatic enrollment with complex opt-out procedures, and this situation might represent the clearest example of this concerning trend. Pro tip, check your settings immediately. Many users are discovering these features were enabled without their knowledge, so quick action is your best defense against unwanted AI analysis of your private communications. The lack of clear, prominent notification throughout this rollout is particularly frustrating. Users deserve transparent communications when their private correspondence becomes part of AI training data sets, along with straightforward opt-out mechanisms rather than the deliberately complex multi-step process that many users won't know they need to complete the opt-out process, which is they're doing it on purpose, basically, to confuse you or to get you tired of even trying to do it and then just give up and let them have access to everything about you. If privacy matters to you, take action today to review and adjust these settings. While the process is tedious and unnecessarily complicated, it's currently your only option right now for maintaining control over your private email content. Remember that protecting private communication requires active vigilance rather than passive trust in these tech companies to prioritize user interest over business objectives. The Gmail situation likely previews what's coming across other digital platforms. We cannot go to digital ID in this country. I'm sorry, but we must protest and fight that every step of the way. As AI continues expanding throughout all online services, we can expect similar privacy challenges to emerge elsewhere. The precedent we establish now, whether we demand better transparency and constant practices to accept this new reality of default data sharing, will likely determine how tech companies approach privacy throughout the AI transformation. The choice we make today about our Gmail settings is really a choice about what kind of digital privacy future that we are willing to accept. Hit the like and subscribe button, and I'll see you on the next video. Have a great evening, and God bless.